Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video, I'm here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and I'm going to break down the pros and the cons of staying here at this hotel. And I actually just got done with a staycation myself, so everything on this list is something that I, went through and kind of said like, hey, this deserves to go on the pros, this is on the cons. So if you guys are in the process of planning a Disney World trip, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I am about to break down the pros and the cons of staying here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. So if you are in the process of planning a Disney trip and it seems like you need more videos like this helping you decide which Disney hotel is the best for you, just be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I have a lot more similar content coming out on Disney World, Disneyland, and Disney Cruise Line in the coming weeks. But let's jump right into the pros. As you can see, I'm in the main lobby here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, and I think one of the hidden pros here at this hotel are the different type of rooms that you can choose from. The main reason is guests might not know that this is a Disney Vacation Club resort, so there are a lot of room options that come with this hotel. Now, we're going to start with the pros. Throughout the resort, there's going to be, you have the resort view rooms, but you also have the theme park view rooms, which is a huge hit for a lot of families, especially looking at Magic Kingdom Park. And again, just like it sounds, you can take advantage of firework viewings at night. Also, you are on Bay Lake here. So last night, me and my girlfriend were pleasantly surprised by the water pageant that was going on. Kind of woke us up. We were like, what is that noise? Went out and you get to see the water pageant really from our balcony. So that's something that's really cool. But taking it one step further for those large families, you do have the Disney, you have suites here, and then you also have the Disney Vacation Club. You have the 1 and 2 bedroom villas here that do come with full kitchens. So if you are trying to, stay for those extended stays, it can be a great option for those larger families. Also, here in the main building, you do have concierge level rooms. So of course, Disney Grand Floridian is kind of, the flagship resort here in Walt Disney World. So if you want that over the top kind of concierge type service, you can get that here. You'll see it actually made both. The concierge anyway made both the pros and the cons. You'll see in a little bit why I mentioned that, but that's where we're starting with the different room types here at the Grand Floridian. Okay, so another pro here on the list, and of course it wouldn't be called the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa without the spa. So there is a full-blown spa here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort where guests can go and really get the pampered and get that over-the-top treatment. Some of the cool things that they have are, of course, massages, couple massages. They have foot massages, just essentially anything that you would think that you can get at your local spa, you can come and do it here. I'm not really that familiar with, I've never been pampered like that before, but so I'm not as familiar with the different offerings. I do know that they do have it here at the Grand Floridian Resort for you to take advantage of. All right, so another big pro and benefit of staying at the Grand Floridian Resort are the amazing amenities. So we do have an amazing splash pad. It is themed after the Mad Hatter right behind me, but there's also the beach pool, which offers a 181-foot long water slide as it curves down the mountainside and zips past trees. Then you also have the capabilities to go over to the courtyard pool, which is really the quieter pool. You'll see kind of like over here. Pool hours, the courtyard pool actually opens up at 7 a.m. and it's open until 11 o'clock at night, which I thought was pretty late. And then over here, the beach pool opens up at 10 a.m. I'm not 100% sure. Let me go look at the chart. This one is also open until 11 o'clock at night, which is very cool. You'll see, I'm going to talk about the seating at the pools in a little bit because it is a little bit on the con side. But again, I do think I'm very happy. My girlfriend loves the beach pool. I love the courtyard pool because it's a little bit more laid back. But just having those two different pools, I think, is really cool here, especially in this hot Florida sun. So some of the other pros here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort are going to be the dining. Now, in my opinion, it does have some of the best dining in all of Walt Disney World and some of my favorite restaurants. First, top of my list is going to be Narcoossee's. It's probably top 3 dining restaurants in all of Walt Disney World for me. But you also have Citricos. You have the famous Victoria and Albert's, which is a very upscale, top tier dining experience as well. Then downstairs we also have the Grand Floridian Cafe. 1900 Park Fare is another very popular restaurant. It's character dining, recently brought back here to the Grand Floridian Resort. It recently reopened. There you can, for dinner, definitely enjoy Cinderella, Aladdin, Tiana. I believe Maribel, from what I remember, we did it. I believe Maribel was there as well. So it's another very well done character dining, but also the food for dinner was really good. They had prime rib, salmon, chicken, gumbo. They just had a lot of really, really amazing dishes at that restaurant, so it is very, very popular. There are also a couple poolside bar and grills. There's Gasparillo, which is the quick service here. Just so many amazing dining experiences here. Everything, at your resort that you really can't beat here in Walt Disney World. Okay, so taking it one step further, not only does the Grand Floridian have amazing dining options, but they do have one of my favorite bars on property, which is the Enchanted Rose cocktail bar right here. So guests can come here before dinner, maybe just in the afternoon if you're in the mood for a cocktail. It does have two separate rooms. I personally enjoy the library room right here, but again, it is just a cocktail bar, just like it sounds, themed after Beauty and the Beast. You'll see the theming at the Grand Floridian is kind of a little bit of everything. It might be on the cons list, but it has some of the best cocktails, in my opinion, in all of Walt Disney World. I'm a bourbon drinker. I personally do really, really enjoy. They have a specialty old fashioned here. Tell your husbands it has Widow Jane bourbon, which is actually from Brooklyn, New York, which is how I found out about it. But again, in my opinion, it is one of the best cocktail bars, and it's right here in the main building in the lobby, so you are close by to go and enjoy it. So I'm mixing the background up. That is Disney's Polynesian Resort. You can see behind me just how close you are to it. But another pro here at the Disney Grand Floridian Resort is that it is the only restaurant on Walt Disney World property that now offers in-room dining, or in-room dining is being offered at this point in time. So it's back. It was on hold after COVID, but it is back. And I think, that is for a lot of people, especially for deluxe resorts, you kind of want that, that option to have. So they do have breakfast and dinner definitely at this point in time, or you can even order, lunch. It's pretty much open until 11 o'clock at night. It is a very similar menu to the Grand Floridian Cafe from a food standpoint. So again, if you're like on the fence and you're like, do we want to go to Grand Floridian Cafe? You're okay, no worries. For breakfast, or would you rather have it in the room? It's a similar menu, not exact menu, but same thing for dinner. We had dinner from the room service last night. Very, very good. All right, so another pro here at the Grand Floridian is going to be the monorail. So of course, this is a monorail resort, a very, very popular monorail resort. And for families who are spending a lot of time in Magic Kingdom, you will be able to take the monorail or the ferry boat. Really, it's the boat over to Magic Kingdom Park. Now, you'll see in a few, there's also a walking path, but to get to the other main Disney World parks, you will have the monorail to take you over to Epcot, and then buses to take you to Disney's Hollywood Studios and to Disney's Animal Kingdom, also the water parks and Disney Springs as well. And so just quickly to tie into the walking path, also during normal times, Disney's doing construction over at the Polynesian. But one of the other things I love about this hotel is normally you can walk over to the Polynesian and vice versa. So I've already spoken about the Enchanted Rose bar here, but one of the famous bars in Walt Disney World is Trader Sam's. Ohana's over at Polynesian. So having that quick access to that hotel is something that I really, really love as well. As you can see, I'm not on a bus, I'm not on a monorail, I'm not on a boat, I'm walking over to Magic Kingdom Park. So you'll see there is a brand new walking path. I say brand new, it's really within the past couple years, but you can walk to Magic Kingdom Park, especially late at night if you don't want to wait on the monorail line. You can walk back to the park, something that I love, and I do think it's a game changer for this resort just because, again, it's so close to Magic Kingdom for those families who have young kids. As long as you have the stroller anyway, you definitely can just take a nice little, probably about a 10-minute walk depending on how fast, but I still think it matters and it counts. It is a very, very convenient way to get to the park. Another great pros that I'm thinking on the fly is Basin. So if you are a guy and you never had salt baths before, go over to Basin. Check it out. I actually got some face cream. My girlfriend brought me in there for the first time. I was pleasantly surprised. So that is on the pros list now. All right, so we circle back over to the main lobby here in Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. And this is really for families who are coming during the holidays, specifically Easter and then Christmas. So we're going to start with Easter. And here in the main lobby of the Grand Floridian, there are going to be decorated Easter eggs that you can come and really enjoy and take a look at. They're very, very well done. And really the art and the creativity that goes behind them is really, really cool. Now, over to Christmas, which is one of my favorite times here in Walt Disney World. We do have the gingerbread house here at the Grand Floridian, which is unique to this hotel. And just in general, this hotel is really, really well done for Christmas. And I do think that if you enjoy the holidays, you will really enjoy staying at this hotel during that season. So another one of the pros here at Disney's Grand Floridian, I'm just giving you an idea of what the background looks like. I do have a full video of a kind of a walkthrough of the Grand Floridian coming out. It also has a room review in that video, so just be sure to keep an eye out for that, or subscribe to the Park Prodigy down below if you do want more videos like this. But you're essentially on Bay Lake, right? And again, I kind of touched on this quickly with like some of the room views, but I just think in general, being on Bay Lake, just having quick access no matter where your room is to go and check out if you want to walk over and see, the fireworks at night, or you want to go and watch the water pageant, like I said, or just, take a stroll around this beautiful property, you can do that. And that is definitely one of the benefits of staying here at the Grand Floridian, in my opinion, especially at the price tag, which you'll see we're going to talk about in a little bit. Okay, so now moving over to the cons, I will start by saying I absolutely love this resort. Everything about this resort, in my mind, when I think of Walt Disney World, this is the resort that, growing up or even working towards, I always wanted to stay at. Now, with that being said, there are some cons, especially for me staying here and spending my own money, that I've picked up. And of course, first and foremost is going to be the price. Now, when you look at the price, this is the flagship resort. Typically, it is on the most expensive side of the Disney Deluxe resorts. Really, when I'm talking about the standard rooms, right? We could jump into the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, all that good stuff, but just when you're starting from a basic standard room, this is going to be one of the most expensive resorts. Now, what I went and I did was I went and I priced this out for November 13th, which was my birthday, and I was able to get 30% off on a one-night stay, and it still came to $689 per night. That's with 30% off. So you can see if Disney's not running a promotion like that, it is up there. It's going to be around $900 to $1,000 for the night, which is very, very expensive, especially when it comes, what you would expect for $1,000 a night, it's going to have high expectations. So they were vacuuming. I had to just move real quick, but I did get a view of the monorail behind me. But to follow up, what I did do was I went and I looked at what was the pricing for Animal Kingdom Lodge at that point in time, and pricing in Animal Kingdom Lodge was $408 per night. And then over at Disney's Beach Club Resort, it was $534 per night. So you could see it's that much more expensive. We're talking almost $300 more for Grand Floridian compared to Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and that's another one of my favorite resorts. Also, Beach Club with that amazing pool, Stormalong Bay, right? So that has to be a con that you have to consider, because that's potentially an extra 2 or 3 nights when you look at it like that on like a 6 or 7 night stay, right? The other thing to keep in mind is, like I said, this is a monorail resort, so that means it is ideal for families visiting Magic Kingdom, but it's not as convenient to get over to Animal Kingdom, right, or the water parks. So you do have to be mindful of that, or you will have to take the buses, which is not a big deal. But again, for me, it's just knowing, hey, it's a huge benefit to be that close to Magic Kingdom Park, but on the con side, you're a little bit further from the other parts. Now, here's some of the little things that I picked up personally. I was not that impressed with the arcade here. Now, it might not seem like a huge deal, but I feel like the arcades at the value resorts are so well done. You could spend so much time in there with your kids. If it rains, which is going to, here in Florida, the arcade literally was, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was very, very small, which I thought was weird. Also, again, this is me just being nitpicky, but at that price point, me just giving you my personal opinion, is I thought the hallways were a little scuffed up. And I just got off of a Disney cruise, and one of the pros of Disney cruises is that they are beautiful. The ships are so well done, so well upkept, that I was just surprised to see some scuffs in the hallways. Then the other con, in my opinion, is here at the pools, especially the beach pool over here. The seating does go extremely fast. So the pool opens up at 10 o'clock. We got here at like 10:05, 10:07, and a lot of the great seats under the umbrellas were already taken. So you do have to be mindful of that. You have to get here really early to get a great spot. The other thing that I thought was weird, and this is something I wasn't expecting to be on the con list, but there were a lot of ducks at this pool. And I know that sounds like, oh, like, they have like Instagram accounts like Ducks of Disney World. It seems cute, but we were trying to eat lunch, and like the ducks were like literally like 4 or 5 ducks were coming up like under our legs trying to get food. For the price point, I just think that that's a little odd, right? And I know that like you can't avoid stuff like that. They're just animals here. But like, again, especially if my thought was like, what if I had little kids that were scared, and they're now it's causing a commotion. They're running around. You can't really enjoy your lunch. I just thought it was odd to have that many ducks kind of running around the pool like that. The other thing I will say is the connecting rooms. The noise was a little noisy at night. My girlfriend did wake up in the middle of the night just because of the connecting room next door. Again, those are things like it's hit or miss. You can't control that, but just my opinion is, if you can ask for a joint connecting room, I would try to go with that. And then the other important thing is, a lot of families do like convenience. They want to be in the main building, but the main building is only for concierge level rooms, so you do have to kind of keep that in mind. And then last but not least, on the cons list, I just feel like the theming is not that over the top Disney as some of the other Disney World hotels. Small, but again, I had to get some cons on the list. It can't be all pros, and that is my honest opinion. But that is the list, everyone. That is the pros and the cons of staying here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. As you can see, a lot of really, really amazing stuff. The cons, they're there, but like I said, I don't think it. I'll definitely come and stay here again. There's no doubt about it. It's not going to hold me back. But like I said, these are just some of the things. I'm always going to be honest with you watching at home. These are some of the things that I did pick up. But if you are in the process of planning a Disney World trip and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code you can go use to get an extra $50 off. That promo code is going to be MAGIC50. And if you need, let's say, over-the-top help, if you're not sure where to start, you just want to take the stress out of planning a Disney vacation, there is a quote, a questionnaire form in my bio or in the comment section. You can go fill that out as well and get my help, get my team's help to help you plan an amazing Walt Disney World trip. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. And until next